what's up? Welcome back to South 10 Beer Reviews. I am Tyler. Thanks for stopping by. Tonight we've got a beer review, and it comes from Urban South Brewery out of New Orleans, Louisiana. Before we get into it, just wanted to encourage you to hit that subscribe button at the end of the video if you like what you see. So, Urban South, New Orleans. This is going to be their Throwback Vibes, which is a West Coast IPA. Coming in at 6.7%, and this was canned on November 11th, it looks like. So not even 3 months old yet, 2.5 months, something like that. Pretty cool label though. It's got like a 90s type of vibe going on with the colors, and it's got like a lava lamp on there, VHS tape, something looks like a Furby, a Nintendo controller, like a Super Soaker, ring pop, the little trolls with the hair, Power Rangers mask. Oh, and look, the classic. If you went to school like in the 90s, that little S right there was going to bring back some memories. Anyway, let's go ahead and get this in the glass. Actually, here, there's a description. A modern spin on West Coast style IPA with Galaxy, Simcoe, and Citra hops. So it says for toned down bitterness and amplified softness. So, I mean, they're basically calling this a new school West Coast, or, I don't know if you want to go the route of saying West Coast like hazy or New England like hybrid type thing. I don't know, but we'll get it in the glass and see. I've had a few beers from Urban South. Some of them have been decent, some have been not so decent. But I don't know, they have a lot of beers that people enjoy. So excited to get into this one. All right, so actually comes across fairly hazy. On my end, it's kind of a gold color. Almost leaning towards straw, but it's got a little bit more of the golden type of hue to it. Actually looks really nice. It's a beautiful looking beer. There is a nice bit of, I guess, some kind of proteins that are left in suspension in the beer, causing it to be a little bit hazy. You might not be able to see it on camera. And then I see very minimal carbonation bubbles flowing up. It's got about a 2 fingers worth of a super rocky, really soap sudsy looking head. It looks really nice though. I'm very impressed by the appearance of the beer. So it definitely has a little bit more haze to it than you would see in a typical West Coast IPA. And it's missing, as far as the classic ones, like it's missing that like almost red or ruby type of hue that the caramel malt would put off. So a lot of the breweries are kind of straying away from the crystal malt and just going, because it adds a good amount of malt character, and I think most are trying to go towards the juicier hops, so or juicier flavors. So anyway, let's go ahead and shove our nose in this thing. It smells like a West Coast IPA actually. It's got a nice malty backbone. Just very minimal though. It's not like super malty. It's just got a nice like backbone for the beer. So it's got like a decent crackery, bready type of malt flavor. As far as the hops, pineapple, maybe a little bit of a peach or some kind of stone fruit, mango maybe, apricot, something. It's one of those. It's kind of got a stone fruity type of vibe going on. Maybe a little grapefruit and orange too. It's not punching you like with pininess like you kind of used to with a West Coast IPA, but it does have a little like earthiness to it. Kind of a green, like, I don't know, chive or onion, something like that. But yeah, it actually smells really nice. Well, I just tasted it. I'm just kidding. I didn't really. But anyway, let's go ahead and get our taste on. Let's go ahead and do this. Cheers. Yeah, that's tasty, actually. Not bad at all. So, immediately up front, you're kind of greeted with like a nice pop of bitterness. Kind of comes across a little bit more piney than it did on the aroma. So, nice pop of like piney, like resinous type of bitterness. Followed up with a decent amount of grapefruit, like sweet ruby red grapefruit. Also, kind of throw in a little bit of orange peel, something like that, orange zest. Then you get a little bit more of that bread, like cracker malt. It's actually really dry too, so that kind of carries on one of the characteristics for a West Coast IPA. Yeah, it doesn't linger, really. It actually has a fair amount of juicy, like hops kind of going on too. So it's got like a little bit of like a juicy pineapple. The stone fruit kind of comes across in a little bit juicy of a way too. I don't know, man. This is really easy to drink. It's lighter bodied. Not a ton of bitterness, but you get a nice pop of it right up front, like I mentioned. But it's not like a super like bitter finish or anything like that. Everything just kind of dies out. But it's bright. It's got a really bright flavor to it. It's well rounded. .7%. I would say it drinks somewhere around that. I feel like this is something that I could drink a few of without being fatigued or kind of, just overwhelmed by it. But it's not something I would want to drink, 4 or 5 of. So, yeah, man, this is actually pretty impressive. I'm happy with it. This is one of the better beers that I've tried so far from Urban South. I haven't tried a lot of their hype stuff, around our area. We only get just a limited supply of their stuff, and it's usually stuff like this where it looks like it would be a widely available beer. I don't know if that's the case, but I've seen online some people have the 16-ounce cans, and they look a little bit more familiar as far as like comparing them to a lot of the other breweries who have like their your you name it, man, Equilibrium or Other Half or whatever. It doesn't matter. Just the bigger name, like craft, hazy IPA producers, stuff like that, the fruited sours. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe we just get like their shelfie stuff, possibly. I don't know. But this is tasty. I would buy this again. I would recommend it too if you like a West Coast IPA. But this is, it really is kind of a hybrid between the new school haze and a West Coast IPA. So I think they did a pretty good job on it. As far as a rating, I'm going to give this a 3.9. I think it's definitely solid. Like I said, I would recommend it. So let me know if you've had it. We'd love to hear from you. And if you have, let me know if you like, is this considered like more of the shelfie type stuff from them, or, I'm just curious actually. But anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like, comment, all that stuff. Hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next review. Cheers.